Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar. And here's a brand new halacha for you. And it's for Wednesday, the 14th day of February. Here we go. Today, a little thought for you about how the Megillah is constructed. You know, Queen Esther, of course, is one of the great heroes of the story. And the Gemara asks, where is Esther hinted to in our five books of Torah? And the Gemara answers that Esther is hinted to in the five books of Torah when God says the words "Va'anochi hastir astir panai vayamahu." When God says, "I will hide my face on that day." When God says, "I will hide my face on that day," He was hinting to the name Esther. The simple explanation that is because it says "Anochi hastir," and that sounds like the word Esther. But that's at a simple level. At a deeper level, it's because God told us at that time in Chumash, in the five books of Torah, that there will be times when we won't merit to see open miracles, and sometimes God will hide His face in the circumstances around us. And that's exactly what happens in the Esther story. She is brought to the king's palace by some unusual circumstance, not an open miracle. She is able to intercede on behalf of the Jewish people through an interesting circumstance, but not through an open miracle. And God's hand pretty much guides us throughout the whole story of Esther, and yet you can't see the open miracle anywhere. By contrast, in the Hanukkah story, the miracle was open, and you could really see it. A little bit of oil lasted 8 days, and that was incredibly unnatural. So in the Purim story, it's different. God's hand is there, but it's hidden. That's what we mean when we say Esther is hinted to by the words Anochi hastir astir panai, I will hide my face on that day, like in the stories of Purim. Okay, so, and for that interesting reason, you won't find God's name listed anywhere in the Megillah. No mention of God's name anywhere in the Megillah. It's hinted to, again, in a hidden way. Many times when it says the word Ha-Melech, the king, it's referring to the king of all kings, and it's just a hint, because God's name is hidden throughout the Megillah story, throughout the Purim story. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.